Hey YouTube, it's Alexi Giovanni here for another Animal Crossing flower breeding guide. Today we're going to create some black cosmos and some black lilies. Are you ready? Let's get started. Have a look at this gorgeous night that I've got showing you these flowers. So I've got some red and yellow cosmos from seeds, and I also have some red lilies, again from seeds. And they're already sparkling really gold bright because I've already had some people around to water these in preparation for this video. So these yellow and red cosmos will create oranges 100% of the time. However, it's two different types of oranges that are created. And I'm labeling these two types as orange type A and orange type B. Unfortunately for us, when they are spawned out of Zone 1, we have no way of knowing whether they're type A or type B. So from a combinations point of view, you can have either an A with an A B with a B, or an A with a B. All of which can give you a black cosmos, but with a relatively low percentage. So two A's would give you a 6.25%, a B and a B would give you 4.69%, and an A with a B with the combination of the two gives you a 6.26% chance, all of which are relatively low. But this video is all about trying to increase our chances of getting that black cosmos. And to do that, what we're going to do is take any of the oranges that we got out of Zone 1 and put them into Zone 2 and just by themselves so that we can better predict what type of orange they are. So if we randomly just pick them up and place them together, you could get those three combinations, either AA, BB or AB. So what we're trying to do is concentrate to get an A with an A and a B with a B, and we can do that by putting them by themselves and having them clone. I've already made a start by grabbing these 6 oranges that were produced from this first day, and I'm carefully placing them one by one in those 4 sections that you can see in Zone 2. So Zone 2 you'll see has got a slightly different darker dirt versus the lighter dirt of Zone 3, and that's there so that I don't mix them up. So here we are, let's get started with moving them from Zone 1 into Zone 2. And again, I'm dropping one flower at one time. So the question is, what do I do with those extra 2? So there's only 4 spots with 6 flowers. But I really don't know whether they're type A or type B. But what I will do is cover my bases and hedge my bets on just a combination of the 2. So at least I can get a head start tomorrow and have 2 flowers ready to breed. With any luck, I get a black straight up. Now this is the beauty about cloning these flowers. Whether they're type A or type B, by cloning you automatically match them with themselves. Hey, wait a sec, that's a black lily. Day 2 we've already got a black lily. How awesome is that? Now that I've already filled Zone 2 with all the oranges, any oranges I get out of Zone 1 I'm putting into this bottom section, which is kind of like my overflow section. And remember, we don't know whether it's an A or B in this overflow section, so you could get any one of those combinations I mentioned before. But at least we get a chance at some black cosmos. As small of a chance that might be. Things are going to get a little bit intense in a second, so if you do have any questions through this video, please comment with the time code and your question and I'll try and answer as soon as I can. I think I'm done for this day, so let's see what tomorrow holds. Oh, it's a little bit of a spooky, foggy morning here. You can see that the oranges have created some offspring. So that's the ones that are sitting outside of the brown section. So what we're looking for here is looking for any flowers that have an orange, which none of these oranges have produced an orange. So in this case, we're just going to get these out of the ground so that we have some space left for the next day to grow into. But we've got another black lily. That's good news. Oh, and another one again. We got 3 black lilies. Day 3, and we have 3. So 4 in general. But in this case, I am clearing the space, like I said before, to hopefully tomorrow get the oranges that we want. So I'm just going to clear this space. If you are looking for flowers other than the black cosmos, obviously these do give you a good range of colors. So if you want your pinks and your oranges and your whites and your reds and your other colors, but we want the blacks. They're the hardest ones to get. They're the ones we want. So what I'm going to do here is I'm grabbing all of the oranges out of Zone 1 and putting them into the overflow section, again, just to increase our chances of the black cosmos. It's time for me to put the shovel away and get some people over to water. Please some blacks. Please some blacks. Please some blacks in this overflow section. There's no blacks. But in Zone 2, we've got some oranges. Yes, means we can move them into Zone 3. Awesome. So that means we can move these guys from these respective sections across one to the right. So I'm going to again take this one by itself to clone it, and that way watch it carefully. So by the next stage, once we do get a clone, if I could dig, is move it into the other section. And by planting it here, we're going to have people around to get this to effectively clone itself, and once it's paired with itself, will hopefully be one of the good oranges, which will give us 25% of a black cosmos. But let's just pause there for a second. What am I talking about with these good oranges? Well, in addition to the 2 oranges that we spoke about, A and B, there's another 5 orange types that could be created depending on the combination of whether it's A with A, B with B, or A with B. Now what's interesting is that second generation oranges that we talk about that range from C to G in this case, could potentially give you different percentages of black cosmos, and we're trying to get to the point where we get to that 25%. In Zone 2, if you had 2 A's, you would produce potentially an A, a C, or a D type of orange. If you had 2 B's, you could get the same as 2 A's plus the B, the E, the F, and the G. However, if you did have a mix-up between the A and the B, you get all of what the B and the B would give you, minus the F, which I'll explain a little bit more in a sec. And it's for that reason I'm going to take this opportunity again and pause, just to explain that when we get any oranges out of Zone 2, we're moving them into alongside the original parents into either whichever space is available, and we'll rotate them depending on what flowers we get. So we can have version 1, version 2, version 3 of each of the oranges that get created out of Zone 2, which would still relate it back to the original parents, which is either a pair of A's or a pair of B's. So that's probably enough mind-blowing for right now. So I'm going to hit unpause and organize some extra waterers for tomorrow. Looks like Zone 2 has created some oranges for us, so we're going to move them from Zone 2, again alongside the original parents, into Zone 3. And since this orange pair has created an orange a second time, I'll move it into the second slot. Let's see if we can get some more oranges tomorrow, or blacks. It looks like we got a red cosmos out of that first orange pair, but let's have a look and see what does that mean. So I'll mark the ground the fact that it was a red with my red spot. And if you look at the chart here, you'll see that having a red offspring doesn't necessarily narrow it down to any one of these pairs, so it looks like it's not a C. And it does look like we have another orange out of Zone 2, so let's move that out of Zone 2 into Zone 3 and get it to clone. If you are interested in creating these spots for yourself, please check the linked video in the description or in the card above. We'll do a quick patrol and see what sort of output we had from this day, day 7. Looks like we've got a couple of oranges. From the Zone 2, we don't have any oranges that we can spawn off to the Zone 3. But, look at that. That's our very first black cosmos. And what's interesting is that the fact that it created a red and a pink in previous offspring tells me that it's either an A or a B, which are the same oranges that come out of Zone 1. It's a somewhat calm day 8, and contrary to the calmness, we've got another black cosmos. Shh! Don't tell anyone. But no, seriously, look at that. We've got another 2 black there waiting for us. Now this is your chance to try and decipher what type of orange is this one, given that it created offspring of a black cosmos in the very first shot. Comment below and let me know. Let's see who's right. Tag it with parent 1. Just having a roam around in this overflow section to see what we get, but there's nothing really there. But let's have a look. Another day, another black cosmos. Now this one may be a little bit easier for you to pick which one it might be. So we've had offspring of red, pink, and now black. So that very top orange pair would likely be blank. What do you think it is? Hold that answer to yourself, because I will reveal it in just a moment. Now looking at the next one, has created a black and an orange, which from a method of elimination tells me that it's not an F. Cool, huh? And the question I posed just a second ago? Given that it's a pink, it's likely that it's either an A or a B. Day 10 shows us that we've got previously a red, an orange, and now a black offspring from this pair, which tells me most likely from a probability point of view that it's either a D or a G. Which is really awesome because they are a pretty high percentage of a black pair. So it's 25 or 18% respectively. And remember, we're migrating any oranges from Zone 2 into Zone 3 alongside its original parents. And more so of the same in this case, so I've got the third and final slot being filled by that orange, and we're going to wait for that to clone to see what we get the next day. And day 11 is here. It's cloned, which is great, and that last one we placed. So you'll see I've got a good little collection of black cosmos building here, and this is because I had them again separated by themselves, so whenever people would come and water the other flowers, they'd also be in turn watering the blacks. So I did sort of quickly accumulate many more blacks. Let's track the growth of day 13. So we've got a spot of red there, and with two back-to-back yellows tells me more it's likely a F, or possibly an E or a C. Well, while we wait to get some more data, let's move these extra oranges from Zone 2 back into Zone 3 and clone and breed. One last spot to place, and that's an orange for this day. Let's see what tomorrow is with day 14. Another orange from Zone 2, place it alongside. That's now filling the spots there for that last parent. And we've got another yellow alongside a previously bred orange. Now it's your turn again to try and figure out what pairing this is. So in previous days we've had a red, a orange, and now a black. So this is parent number 2. So comment below which one you think it is. Either way, my money's on the fact that it's one of these pairings that will give us a high chance of getting a black cosmos. So I'm really hoping that this video has helped you out in terms of creating some black cosmos. If you did enjoy the video and you got something out of it, please give the video a thumbs up. And do comment and let me know how many days did it take you to get some black cosmos. Please do take a moment and check out my other videos. I'm hoping that there's something there for you. And if there isn't, please let me know in the comments, because I'd love to create some videos for you. So this is Alexi Giovanni signing off. Until next time, see ya!